Here's something that should concern every marketing leader watching this video right now. Your competitors are showing up in AI-generated answers in ChatGPT, in Gemini, and Perplexity, in the AI summaries that now dominate Google, and you're not. And the reason isn't because their product is better, it's because their PR strategy is feeding the machine and yours isn't. Today, I'm going to break down exactly why public relations has become the single most important input for success in generative engine optimization, or what we call GEO, and what you actually need to do about it. So let's get into it. So let's set the stage, because I think a lot of people are still operating with a 2022 mental model of search. In May 2026, more than 60% of Google searches result in 0 clicks. And Google's AI overviews have expanded globally. ChatGPT search is now considered a legitimate traffic source. Perplexity is the go-to research tool for a growing segment of professionals and consumers. And the way all these systems decide what information to surface, it's not your keyword density or meta descriptions as it is with SEO. It's not even your backlink profile in the traditional sense. Visibility in AI is based around consensus across trusted, authoritative sources. These AI models are synthesizing information from across the web, from news outlets, from industry publications, from expert interviews, from credible third-party mentions, and they're constructing answers based on what the most trustworthy sources agree on. And this aspect, creating and building authority through third-party mentions, is PR's domain. This benefit of third-party non-paid endorsement of your brand or product through editorial mention has always been PR's domain. We just really didn't have the technical framework to articulate why it mattered to search until AI became the powerful tool that it is today. So let me give you the framework. Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO as we call it, is the practice of optimizing your brand's visibility within AI-generated responses. It's distinct from traditional SEO, though they share DNA. In traditional SEO, you're optimizing pages to rank in a list of 10 blue links. You control the asset, your website, and you're working on technical factors, content relevance, and authority signals like backlinks. In GEO, you don't control the output at all. You can't optimize an AI-generated answer the way you optimize a landing page. What you can influence is the sources of these information, the models that they're trained on, and where they retrieve their information from. And this is the critical shift. In GEO, the unit of optimization is not your website. It's your brand's presence across the information ecosystem. Now let me say that again because it's important. You are not optimizing a page. You are optimizing the information environment that AI models draw from when they construct an answer about your industry, your category, or your brand. Now, what shapes that information environment? That's a good question. Here are 5 examples of ways this shaping can occur. Mentions in credible news publications, quotes and thought leadership in industry media, expert commentary picked up across multiple outlets, consistent messaging in interviews, bylines, and features, and being cited as a source in high authority content. This is not an SEO task list, it's a PR task list. And let me break these down into 3 specific mechanisms because I want this to be actionable, not theoretical. AI models build internal representations of entities, people, brands, organizations. They assess how authoritative an entity is based on how frequently and consistently it appears across trusted sources and in what context. When your CEO is quoted in the Financial Times discussing market trends, when your brand is cited in a TechCrunch analysis, when your research is referenced in an industry report, each of these instances strengthens your entity profile in the model's understanding of the world. PR builds entity authority in a way that no amount of on-site content can replicate. You can publish 500 blog posts on your own website and it will never carry the same weight as being mentioned as a credible source in 50 external high-authority publications. AI-generated answers favor information that is corroborated across multiple independent sources. If 3 reputable outlets say your company is a leader in a specific space, that signal is far stronger than your own website making that same claim. This is why a sustained strategic media relations program is so valuable for GEO. It's not about one big press set, it's about building a consistent pattern of third-party validation across multiple publications over time. That's what creates consensus in the training data and retrieval sources. One article is a data point. 12 articles across different publications over 6 months is a pattern, and patterns are what these models trust. Now, this is where things get really interesting in 2026. Most major AI search tools, Perplexity, Gemini, ChatGPT with browsing, are now performing real-time or near real-time search retrieval. They're pulling from recent web content when generating answers. This means that a press release that gets picked up today, a byline published this week, an expert quote in an article from yesterday, these can directly influence AI-generated answers within days, sometimes hours. So PR is no longer just a long-term brand play. It's an active, ongoing lever for influencing what AI search tools say about you right now. And if you're not generating that steady stream of earned media, you're leaving a vacuum. And I promise you, your competitors or your category's incumbents are going to fill that or are already filling that. So let me give you something you can actually take away and implement. I call this the PR-GEO Flywheel, and it has 4 components. Before you pitch a single journalist, you need to define the 2 to 3 core narratives you want AI models to associate with your brand. Not product messages, but narratives. What is the point of view your brand owns? What expertise do you bring that's genuinely distinctive? This is strategic work, and it has to be done first. Now, you execute a PR program specifically designed to place those narratives in publications that AI models weigh heavily. This isn't about vanity coverage, it's about strategic placement in outlets that are indexed, cited, and trusted by the AI systems your audience is using. Think Tier 1 news, respected trade publications, high authority digital outlets. And the angle isn't our company did a thing, the angle is expert commentary, original research, contrarian insight, the kind of content that journalists want and that AI models treat as authoritative. Every piece of earned media should be reinforced through your owned channels, your website, your LinkedIn, your email. Not just for human audiences, though that really matters, but because AI models also assess consistency across owned and earned media sources. When your website messaging aligns with what third-party sources are saying about you, that's a powerful, coherent signal. You need to be monitoring your AI search visibility. Ask ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Gemini questions your customers are asking. See who gets mentioned. See what gets cited. Track this monthly, then feed those insights back into your PR strategy to close gaps and reinforce strengths. That's the PR flywheel. Narrative, earned media, amplification, measurement. And then repeat. Now I want to address something I see constantly because it's costing companies real visibility. Most organizations are still treating PR and SEO as separate functions with separate teams, separate budgets, and separate goals. PR reports into comms. SEO reports into marketing or digital. They rarely talk to each other strategically. In 2026, that separation is a strategic liability. The companies winning in AI search are the ones where PR and SEO operate as a unified visibility function, where the SEO team's keyword and query data informs the PR team's narrative strategy, where the PR team's media placements are analyzed not just for reach and sentiment, but for their impact on AI search visibility, where both teams share a common objective, owning the information environment around their brand. If your PR team doesn't understand GEO and your SEO team isn't leveraging earned media as a core tactic, you have a structural problem that no amount of budget will fix. So here's the bottom line, and I want to be direct about this. The brands that will dominate visibility over the next 3 to 5 years are not the ones with the biggest ad budgets or the most content. They're the ones with the strongest, most consistent presence across the trusted sources that AI models rely on. And the discipline that builds that presence and that authority and earns credibility at scale, that places expert narratives in authoritative publications and that creates the consensus signals that these models are looking for is public relations. PR is no longer a nice to have for brand reputation. It is infrastructure for discoverability in the AI age. If you're a marketing leader or a business owner and you're not investing in strategic PR as a core part of your search and visibility strategy, you're building on sand. The landscape has shifted, the rules have changed, and the companies that recognize this now will have a compounding advantage that becomes very difficult to catch. So my challenge to you is this: go ask ChatGPT, go ask Perplexity, go ask Gemini a question that your ideal customer would ask. See if your brand shows up, and if it doesn't, you know where to start. Well, thanks for watching, and if you would like to talk about how PR and AI search work together to build brand authority, please reach out to me via email. And if you found this video helpful and interesting, please click the like and subscribe on my YouTube channel so I'll know to create more content like this in the future. Thanks for watching.